All right. Well, as we wait for an audience, Vivi is here. She's going to show some of her trucks and talk about her experience with becoming her own banker. Aren't you, Viv?
Yes.
What are you going to be talking about? Where's your trucks?
Right here.
All right. We got Mr. Drew, first one on. We're going to wait for a little bit of an audience. Oh, there we go. Now we got a whole bunch of people on. So go get your trucks. Go get your trucks. Where are they? Oh, they're right there. Oh, okay. All right, folks. Well, we're gonna go for literally 10 to 15 minutes max tonight, because I just want to talk to you about a couple things. And for those of you who have never seen me, never been on this before, thank you for joining. My name's Chris. This is my little one, Vivi, over here, Viviana. And tonight we're going to talk about you becoming your own bank. That's what we're going to talk about. And 4-year-old daughter over your shoulder too. That is awesome. Vivi, somebody else has got a 4-year-old watching. Say hi.
Hi.
And but Vivi, it's kind of funny. I talk about this a lot in the TEDx that I did. The TEDx talk that I did, I talked about a letter that I wrote to this one right here, to Vivi. She hasn't read the letter yet, but it's a letter about her being in control of her money. It's called Rethink Money, a letter to my daughter. And it's really a letter about parables, talking about the different principles, the 6 laws of wealth, but told in parables, and also all tied back to becoming your own bank. And the funny thing in there is, Vivi has grown up only knowing be your own bank, right? BYOB. That's all she's known. And that's what we keep teaching her. But then eventually there's going to be a day where she's going to be with all of her friends there, and her friends are going out and buying things or buying cars and talking about money. And she's just going to not understand what the heck they're talking about, because she's going to only know control of her money and her being her own bank. And simply put, her friends are going to know the traditional way that we have been taught to use money, which is you trade hours for dollars. You take those dollars, you put them in someone else's bank, i.e. the traditional bank. The bank maybe pays you interest, maybe they don't, but the bank then controls and uses your money to work for them. And they make 400 to 1,300% more than you do on that money. But she's not going to know that, because on her money, in her private banking system, she makes far more than that. Her money is growing tax-free. She's not going to even know what really, until she starts working and all that, she's not going to know what it's like to pay taxes, because her money doesn't get taxed. It grows uninterrupted in a tax-free environment. And that's her private banking system. But you got to just realize that, like, she's going to have that epiphany moment where she's going to have to decide what's right or wrong. The traditional way of thinking, which all of her friends are going to be talking about and doing, and taking loans out to buy cars. And then her way of thinking about money, which is her being in control of her money, her being the bank, her paying payments back to her own private banking system. It's interesting, but that's going to be really difficult. She's going to have to look at her friends and be like, that makes absolutely no sense what you're doing. And then they're not going to understand what she's talking about. She's going to have to she's going to have to go from the student to the teacher. And she's going to have to help them reorganize their finances in a way that fuels their entire future, right? And some are going to realize that that is the path, and others are not. And that's the interesting thing here, is it's a choice. We can choose to stay plugged into the normal system, give up control to the banks, to the institutions, to Wall Street, and continue on, and hoping that the stock market continues to go higher, hoping that your money continues to grow, a lot of hoping that the bank will approve your loan. Or you make one change and add one step to your life, and then you are in control of your money. Then you are the banking system. It takes some time to capitalize your banking system, but that's the thing. You see, most people work hard. Most people work really hard, but they never, ever gain control of their finances. They never gain control financially. And that's a sad thing. The traditional system will never teach liquidity. Let me repeat that. The traditional system, Wall Street, the banks, so on and so forth, what you've been taught, will never teach you liquidity. They will never teach you to be in control of your money. They will never talk about it. And they will never, ever, ever want you to be the bank, because you would take away their control. Now, that's an interesting thing to think about it, because liquidity means you have dollars available, right? That's a key thing. In the bank, you might, but in your 401k, your other accounts, you do not, because you're penalized if you take your money. So the majority of the money that gets put away and saved by people gets put into accounts that are not liquid. The other thing is you're not in control of that. The bank's in control of your money. You don't believe me, and a lot of people say that. If you think you're in control of the money in your bank, then try to take all your money out. If you have a large sum, like if you have 10, 20, 30 grand in the bank, go in there, try to withdraw all your money, and then wait. Don't worry, I already know what's going to happen. That's because you weren't in control of your money. I love it. We got some funny people on here spending money on hookers. That's great, man. Keep spending it. I'm sure that's serving you well. But the other thing too, when you save money, you can't save your way to wealth. You just can't do it. You might have extra money in the bank, and that's a start. Because I'm going to tell you this, banks use your money every single day to make a spread. That's how they do it. So all you're doing is you're trying to find your way into your own banking system where you make the spread, where you're in control of that. So you're probably asking, like, what is the infinite banking concepts? What is being your own bank? Well, being your own bank, or as R. Nelson Nash pioneered it, becoming your own banker, the infinite banking concepts, is nothing more than the process. It's a process, a system, if you will, that allows you to take back the banking functions in your life. Right, Vivers?
Yes.
Okay. We call it be your own bank. Yeah, Viv.
I'm over here.
You're over there playing pool?
Yeah.
So it involves a vehicle, a machine that you're going to run your money through. Now, this is where it gets weird. So if I were to ask you what you want, what would be better for your money, for the first place you put it, like which would be the bank, right? If you went to a bank and they paid you 1%, but you went across the street to another bank and they paid you 4%, you would move all your money into the one that pays the 4. So right off the bat, if we're going to change where our savings goes first and create our own banking system, it's got to be better than what we're doing now, right? So if some of you are earning 4% in a high yield savings, well, you better do better than 4. So this machine where we're going to put your money, which I'll tell you what it is in a second, is guaranteed to pay you anywhere between 2 and 3.75%, depending on which company we decide what machine to use. Plus, you're going to get dividends every year. If you include the interest and dividends, you're going to be up around 6+% on your money. So unless any of you are getting that kind of a return, interest guaranteed. Hey.
Sorry.
There goes one of the balls. Unless you're getting that kind of interest on your money in your bank, well, then this is better. You get a better guaranteed interest rate and you get dividends, making it a higher return on your money. But the real kicker is this machine grows tax-free. If it's designed properly, which we know how to do, and we will only do it properly, the cash value, the internal buildup of your money grows tax-free. It's protected against judgments and liens. It's private. It doesn't have any volatility in the market. So if the markets are going up, down, your money's going up. One place, guaranteed. And not only that, the day you die, the money passes on to your beneficiary. It's self-completing. So you all probably know what this is. It's a specially designed and engineered whole life insurance policy from a mutually owned company that pays dividends. That's what it is. But I want to keep this super simple. There's so many more benefits to becoming your own bank. That's just the machine we're going to run our money through. And I gave you all the reasons why, and we'll talk about more of that because there's an event that we're doing coming up I'll tell you about in a second. But the other thing is you got to know when the event is. And events are tough. Right now you got all this new virus coming out. A lot of people don't want to get on a plane. And plus plane tickets are really expensive with gas prices being crazy. Planes and airplane tickets, unless you bought them a while ago, are pretty darn expensive. So it's much better to do virtual events, which is exactly what this is. We call it the BYOB Blueprint. Okay. So we've got an event coming up, and that event, I'll give you all the specifics, is May 28th to the 30th. It is virtual. You do not have to travel anywhere. You can actually stay right where you're at. It is beginner friendly. So if you've never heard about the infinite banking concept, if you've never heard about Be Your Own Bank, that's great. We're going to cover the basics, the fundamentals. We're going to climb through a lot of things. Okay. You need to know this is important. You need to understand this. Our clients are everyday Americans. Now, let me define that. Our clients are mechanics. They're truck drivers. They're doctors. They're surgeons. Okay. They're business owners. Okay. That own restaurants, that own heating and cooling companies. They're retired individuals, ex-military. We have lots of vets that we help doing this. They're school teachers. They're nurses, RNs. Those are who our clients are. Real estate investors, okay? Realtors, brokers, you name it. We work with them, including lots of professional athletes. So no matter where you're at, we meet you where you're at. If you're a high net worth individual, we got strategies for you. Okay. If you're struggling to get out of debt, we've got solutions for you, but it's all the same solution, just done differently, because it all starts with where your money begins. That's all we're talking about. We're not trying to talk about replacing the stock market. We're not talking about replacing your real estate investments or your crypto investments. We're talking about, where does your money start? Is it in their bank, or do you want it to be in your bank, where you're in control, where you make the spread, where your money grows tax-free? That's the real question. It's never about your actual resources, folks. It's about how resourceful you can be. So let's just talk real quick about some of the things that you're going to learn. Okay. We're going to go over cash flow. We're going to talk about debt strategies to pay down your debt. Remember, it's 3 days, 10 to 4 each of those days, May 28th, May 29th, May 30th, 10 to 4. Now, some of you are like, oh, I'm busy those days. Great. We got a solution where you get all the recordings edited. What's that? Oh, and I'd be very remiss not to let each and every one of you, this is the most important thing about tonight, so please pay attention. Vivi right here, when is your birthday?
May 18th.
Is her birthday, she's turning 6, is May 18th, 10 days before this event. May 18th, and you're going to be how old?
6.
And what did you ask for your birthday?
A pickup truck.
A pickup truck. What color pickup truck?
Black.
She wanted a black pickup truck. So who got you this?
Mimi.
Mimi got you this. So this is her black pickup truck that she got as a free. Oh yeah, the tailgate goes down, the doors open. She loves these. She's got this one here, the black pickup truck, and she wants her own black pickup truck that she can drive. Do you want a black pickup truck where the tailgate goes down?
Yeah.
All right. Now, she's also got a red pickup truck, and this one's all muddy. Do you want to talk about your 2 trucks here real quick?
The tailgate's both open. They're the same truck, but different colors.
And if you wanted to get your own truck, how would you do it? How would you buy your own truck?
You spend your own bank.
You spend your own money from your own bank, right? And then you become your own banker, and an honest banker at that, right? Awesome. Do you want to say anything else to them?
No.
Okay. So back to this event, May 28th to the 30th, 10 to 4 each day, and it's for everyone. Again, the wealthiest of the individuals and the people just trying to get by, the average folks. This event covers all of this. That's why we call it the blueprint. And the wealth strategies and the capital control that we're going to teach are things that we have not yet done in YouTube videos in the way that we're going to do this. We're going to do it in case study format. We're going to do it while showing real examples. Like just the other day, one of our mentors, Jason, had the ability, and it was such an honor to help a doctor who had a very unique scenario. He had multifaceted needs. He wanted his own banking system because he wanted control. He wanted his money to grow guaranteed because he was sick of losing money on investments. He also wanted to make sure his family was protected because he had a child. That's okay. He had a child that was special needs. We wanted to make sure that when he was gone, there was adequate funds that would take care of his child who had needs. So like there was so many other things, include trust planning and all this, but we were able to help him. At the same time, we had a case study this morning on how someone was able to help one of his clients. One of our mentors was able to help one of his clients put together a debt payoff strategy. And this client thought they were, okay, we got your crane here, thought that this client thought that they were hopeless. They would never get out of debt. And we were able to put a plan together, meet them where they're at, save the same amount they were saving, put the same dollars and cents that they were already putting into the traditional bank, keep the same debts they were without working harder, longer, or taking on more debt. And they were able to pay all their debt off in literally 2 years and 8 months. And they thought it was never going to be done. They're never going to get out of debt. 2 years and 8 months. That's right. Not every scenario is going to give you that thing. So I'm not making a claim that everybody's going to be able to get out of debt. But this particular person with this strategy was able to do that. And not only that, we're going to talk about alternate investment strategies. We'll talk about things like oil and gas. Right now, that is a really hot topic. You've seen the gas pumps? Somebody's making a bunch of money on that. It might as well be you. And you might as well pay less in taxes while you're investing in oil. So we're going to talk about these different things. Again, it's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, May 28th to the May 30th. And we're going 10 to 4 each of those days. Now, the people who I think should attend this, because let's get really micro with this. Vivi's bringing some of her trucks, and I'm going to give her some time here because it's really important. Yeah, and I love that Black Cat Syndicate. Case studies always help people envision, and they see what the possibilities are. And our case studies that we're going to do at this Blueprint event, oh, goodness gracious, what is this? What do we got here? Is that a dragon? It looks like a dragon. Oh, he's kind of cool looking. Where'd you get him? Whoop. He's cute. Can I put him on my shoulder?
Yeah.
All right. So the dragon, whoop. Guess he doesn't want to be on my shoulder. Anyway, back to what I was saying. The people who should attend this, to get really micro, are entrepreneurs. This will be a great training for entrepreneurs, because entrepreneurs, one thing about them, doctors, surgeons, dentists, anyone who owns their own practice, they spend an ungodly amount of money financing the things they need in their business, financing the equipment. We work with a lot of service businesses like heating and cooling, plumbing, roofing companies. They all need lots of service, trucks, all sorts of things. And you know what they do? They finance all of them. And they never really think about it, but how much money in interest and how much money in payments go out the door from your business to someone else's bank? You could control all of that. Now, this is what I've done. I have used my private banking system to finance a lot of things, from copy machines to marketing campaigns to payroll to new businesses, to new tech companies that I've started. So all of that has been funded by my private banking system, because sometimes you got to realize, as an entrepreneur, the best bet you've got to get ahead, to build wealth, is you. You're your best bet. Your business is your best bet. Why invest in the stock market? We can invest in yourself, in your business, and grow it to unbelievable levels. You'll never get a return like that anywhere else. Bet on yourself, but finance yourself. Take back those banking functions in your life. So here's the deal. May 28th to May 30th. The tickets are $47, okay? $47. And I'll put the CTA up on here in a second, but they're $47. Now, $47 is if you can make it for the event, if you can be there for the event. Oh, yep. Get the kitties down. Be nice. Be nice. That's our other kitty, little Buffy. $47. There's no recordings, but VIP tickets are $97. So what do you get for the $97? Well, you get access to all the replays. We record the entire training, all 3 days. We edit that and timestamp that, and then give you a workbook that then will show you where everything is. Now, the workbook will not be delivered. It will be sent after the training, but you will still get it, so you'll know what days were what. Okay, so $97 if you want the replays, $47 if you don't want the replays and you plan to attend in person. It's about 18 total hours. That's a ton of value. Yeah, Evers. Oh, you want me to show this in a second? Okay, let me just tell them about the event, and then we'll get right into that. We're not going to overcomplicate things. I promise you, we're going to be very clear, very concise, and again, case study driven. That's how we're going to do this training. We're going to teach through case studies, and we're going to teach through fundamentals. So I don't want you to just come to learn. I want you to come to apply, to not just learn and gain knowledge, but to actually apply that knowledge to change your situation. Listen, this isn't about hype. Okay, we're going to get into some toys that Vivi brought over here that she wants to show you, like this one. So that's how we're going to wrap this sucker up. But this isn't about hype. This is about finally understanding how money really works. So let me put the link up here in case any of you want to be want to attend this event. I'm going to put it right down in the chat here. So it's simple though. It's BYOBBanker.com, and then one of those forward slashes here, .com, and then BYOB space Blueprint. I'll just give it to you and you can copy it and paste it. Sorry, there's probably a better way for me to do that, but that is how you grab your tickets. So you just do BeYourOwnBanker.com/BYOB. I think, what do they call that? -Blueprint. I'm not all good with those words. All right, Vivers, you want to show them everything? We just gave them the call to action if they wanted to join us for the event. So why don't you explain your different vehicles? And you brought a whole thing. So hop up here. And what is this, Viv?
The wheel goes up.
The boom goes up. You know what is funny? If any of you have children, which I know some of you do, you were talking about your 4-year-old that was there with you. I believe that was Black Cat Syndicate. You know, when my daughter has free time and when she has her phone, she watches videos of other kids playing with toys, other kids playing with things like this truck, and she gets ideas on things to do. And upstairs, in the playroom, we just built an entire almost city. It's got an airport with airplanes. It's got parking garages. It's got monster truck area for, trucks doing flips. It's got a police station. What else did we have? We had a repair shop, a parking garage. What else did you put up there? And it was all built with her trucks.
And we had a skateboard.
Oh yeah, there was a skateboard park and everything in there. I mean, you can't obviously have a city without a skateboard park, duh. But what do you got here? This is one of your favorites, isn't it? You love this crane. I know when we're watching Lassie, you're always playing with this and building things. She loves being creative and building things.
When I usually like watch something on my phone, I usually do it. But when they're in a box, I usually don't do it. Because I usually try to say that I want new toys from my dad and me.
Yeah, she's always trying to find a way to get new toys, aren't you? But I mean, what kid doesn't want new toys? Well, she wants a black pickup truck for her birthday. That's what she's asking for. So we'll see if she's a good girl. Oh, okay. We got this, the hook.
Hook it onto a truck.
Let's hook it onto a truck. Let's bring a truck up. What are you gonna hook it on? You got to find an axle or something. It's kind of a big hook for that little truck. Yeah, so I love that, Dex. You're saying you want the replays because you want to go back. And I think that's what last time we've done these virtual events, and the last time we did it, almost everybody buys the replays because that's what they want. They want to go back, watch sections. They're all time-stamped. So we are now hooked and ready to go with the truck. The truck got stuck in the mud. As you can see, it's covered in mud. Everybody got a good glance.
It's just fake mud.
It's just fake mud. We're gonna pretend that it was out
Daddy,
mudding and he got stuck. It's too loud. Yeah, it is. Okay, so
it's just actually fake mud from the store.
Yeah, but it looks kind of cool, huh?
Yeah.
And we had to use the crane to get it out of the mud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the motor is dying.
The motor's dying. Why? Did it get water in the engine?
No, it got mud.
It got mud in the engine and in the exhaust. Dex probably knows how to fix that. Dex, when a truck gets mud in the exhaust and water in the engine, is a truck going to have engine problems or is it okay? Black Cat Syndicate, no, the replays are indefinite. We just store them and you can watch them anytime. So we don't put a time frame on them. I know a lot of people do that because I think they're trying to sell you again, but we don't do that. You get the replays in forever, I guess you would say. I don't want to say forever because that's a long time, but pretty much there's no time frame on that. Oh, look at Chris right now. He's got his 5-year-old watching, and they're watching you play with this awesome tractor. Well, okay. You want me to put this one away? Okay. So Chris, if your son, or I don't know if it's your son or daughter is watching, she's going to get a couple more things to show because she got really excited that there was other kids watching this. I guess we're all kids inside, are we not? We're all kids, all creative, all trying to do things, and that's the fun part about it. But I learn a lot from Vivi because I learn about play and I learn about being simple, because there's not too many things about life as you get older that is simple, right? Everything's a challenge. Everything requires work. And sometimes we lose sight of that, just that play, oh, what is this? Oh, look at this. Who got you this one?
I got it from Target.
How do we get it to honk? Do we have to turn it on?
Yeah.
Here, turn it on.
Have to turn it on.
So we got a remote control car here. You got it?
Yeah. Control it.
I'm trying to. It's not working.
Okay, I'll control it.
Okay, so she's going to control it. But hey, they're not going to be able to see you down there. Well, here, actually, I suppose I could just do this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is it working?
No.
I think the remote control's not working. Maybe it needs new batteries. Oh, and then there's always that. Always got to have new batteries. You know, they got us figured out with these toys, right? And batteries. Like the battery business loves toys. All right, well, we'll have to put new battery. Oh, there we go. Hold on. It's the tow truck, right, Viv? And it honks. It's kind of funny. She used to love Paw Patrol, and then all of a sudden one day she was done with Paw Patrol, and then it was Bluey, and then after Bluey, it's just been trucks. That's all it's been. Trucks, and more trucks.
I gotta show you something.
What do you got to show?
Okay, I gotta show that this pulls out and these like do this. They connect to each other.
And then it pulls the car on. Oh, the hood opens on that one?
Yeah.
Looks like a big engine.
And
Vivi,
also-
what's your favorite kind of car?
And also this does like
Oh, that's cool. It's got the ramps. What's your favorite kind of car?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, you.
I think one in here, but I think this one.
That's your favorite car today?
Yes.
What kind of car is it? Is that a Charger? Maybe a Challenger?
It's a race car.
Could be a Mustang. Hard to tell. I'm only looking top down. Can anyone tell what kind of car that is from this view? Wheel them up there.
He's got to have the lamps on, but I know.
It's already pulled them right up on there. Chris, what are your kids into? Got FCAT on here. FCAT drives a big truck. So does Dex. All right. What else? You got one more you want to show them, and then I think we'll wrap up on one more.
I don't really have one more. This has a lot.
You got a lot of cars and trucks in there.
Yes.
And then somehow the cat's got into the lounge. And that one is that Magnus?
Yes. Hey! I want to show one to you guys.
Oh, she wants to show you guys Magnus. So this is Magnus, our cat that should not be alive because he had a disease when he was a kitten that Larissa was just not willing to accept that he wouldn't have made it. But the doctors all said that, there's no way he's going to make it. Well, look at him now. Look at him now. Little blonde kitty. He's a cute little guy. Boy, does he like food.
And there's another one, but
Yeah, his
he's
brother.
upstairs.
Mavericks. Yeah, they're
They're
twins. They are twins. All right, Viv. Well, is there anything else you wanted to show everybody? We got a bunch of people on, and it keeps getting more and more. Another crane. Hang on. Let's show them that one.
And
I like
also-
that one. So that's like mini me for the big crane. That's pretty cool. Does it make noises too?
Mhm.
It's got headlights. Your Jeep's also got cool headlights, doesn't it?
What Jeep?
Your Jeep, the one that you drive around.
Yeah.
Your snowplow. She got for Christmas, she got a Jeep snowplow. And she was helping Daddy plow the driveway and shovel the driveway with it, weren't you?
Yes. And I was snow plowing it.
She was snowplowing. I'm sure some of you probably saw that on there. All right. Let's see. Dex said, tell her to put the pedal to the metal. All right. Well, with that being said, folks, thanks so much for joining us tonight. I told you I only wanted to go 10, 15 minutes. Oh, hold on. We got one more. We got an excavator and a dump truck. So we got all the heavy artillery coming out.
These are these are helping workers. They're like, look, they come in the same box. The dump truck and
the crane.
Yeah. And what is this called? Anybody, folks, wanna tell them what this is?
Well, let's see if they're going to say what that is. Does everybody know what this is? What do they call these? Can anyone tell Vivi what that is?
Maybe you can't see
Big
it.
tractor. What is that? A front loader?
Yeah. But it doesn't twist.
No, that one doesn't twist, but you do have ones that do. Like the backhoe, you can spin it around, right?
Yeah.
The chair you can spin around.
I just wanted something for my birthday, but it's
Yeah. See,
it's a
FCAT
dump-
said this is a front loader, and then that's a big dump truck.
But Daddy, I said I wanted something for my birthday, and I wanted something like this, but I said I wanted like a bigger one, like it has 2 wheels in the back.
Oh, she loves the dump trucks that have 2 wheels. Actually, this one's bigger than the ones with the 2 wheels because that one's meant to haul big rocks.
But Daddy, I would like the ones that they twist the head and where they dump, where it's the long dump.
Mm-hmm.
I like that ones.
So like the big multi-wheel dump trucks?
Yeah.
The dump trailers, actually. Those are the big ones.
Yeah, I just saw one at the toy store.
No, she has metal ones. Dex, there's this toy store. It's like the only toy store left, and they have all metal trucks still. So that is not gone. I think they're made in Europe, but they're still all metal, and that's pretty cool. So anyway, just to kind of wrap
They
things
have
up,
all trucks.
they have all sorts of trucks.
Yes.
See, Tess said she knew it.
It's like Daddy's bank. His office was at there, but it is knocked down. But he has moved into a new office.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're knocking down our old office, which is where the toy store is in the Eastern Hills Mall. They're going to knock it down and rebuild it. So she was saying that's where Daddy's business or Daddy's bank is, right? But not anymore. Now we have a new location. We're doing an event there in October, so some of you will hear about that event. But for right now, May 28th to May 30th, BYOB Blueprint. So if any of you want to join us May 28th to the 30th, $47 if you can attend live, $97 if you want all the recordings and the edits and everything else. With that being said, Viv. Oh, Tess. Yeah, that's big enough to haul the kitties for sure. Do you want to say bye to everybody?
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks
I'm jumping on one couch to another.
Oh, wonderful. So she's gonna probably. Yep, there she goes. All right. With that being said, she just took the leap, and so am I. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you soon.